minutes late. We're only 2 minutes late this time.
I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting better.
We are. And we'll just have this awkward moment. I'm going to reach down and grab these.
It's Friday. Hey, Mom and Dad and Christopher.
Get some wave action going. Christopher, how's that sink coming along? On your second fix.
You guys all need to have your Friday happy hour, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe it's a little coffee with a little cookie. That's what my mom's going to do. I know.
Well, it's so dark and gray out today. It's like, just woke up and, hey, Mom. And
hey, Brian.
They joined at the same time,
yeah.
so y'all got like linked up right there. I didn't know that happened. Learning something new every day.
Wait, we're learning?
And look, it started out so rough over here. Our neighbors have bought us
we bought our own margaritas, and then another one showed up.
Yeah.
I went outside, and when I came back, there was another one.
It's just like they're
Hi, Dad.
multiplying.
Hi, Janet.
I'm going to do a wave here.
It's hard to see everyone as they come on, so if we
Forgive
forget to
us
say
if
hi.
we don't say something. Yeah. Mom said nice. Yeah. 2 margaritas.
Uh-huh.
We'll have to...
I'm trying, Brian. I only bought one.
Hey.
Hey,
you gotta say it back.
He can be proud of us because we're not drinking out of a can this week.
Yes, it's true.
Mixed drink out of a can. Some things are okay from a can. Mm-hmm. Right?
Some things. Mm-hmm. Yep. He said it, so he put a heart. He agrees.
Hey, so he posted a video about mojitos this week.
Mm-hmm.
Was fun.
Yeah.
Informative. Hilarious. A lot of things happening in that video that made me laugh. But I was thinking about like, oh, it would be so great if we had mint growing in the yard and just use it. Mm-hmm. But then I had a moment of deja vu because we did that one time. And cheers, honey. And I know better. I know about mint. It's insane. Yeah. I planted it in this tiny little side. Yes, it was. We'll get to that. Yeah.
We're going to talk about that.
Anyway, if you plant mint for your mojitos, put it in a pot and do not put it in your yard at all. Because it just goes and goes and goes.
Into your yard?
Uh-huh. Oh, it was infiltrating our grass. We had this like little dead bed space kind of off our bedroom where nothing grows. And I was like, oh, I'll just put some there. It probably won't grow. No, it was spreading and killing our whole yard.
It took over. Yeah. My mom is like garden guru. Just so you know.
Don't.
I know. I know. I keep forgetting. Well, I think it's like a wave, and I'm like, oh. I made that mistake.
I know
once.
you guys did. I learned. That's how I learned it from you guys, and yet I forgot it.
Yeah. It happens. Yeah. So happy Friday. Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining us again. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been it's been a weird year. Period. That's all there is to say.
I did have a random thought the other day when we were talking about how weird the year was, that like it's not original, but 2020 like is actually truly the year of hindsight. Mm-hmm.
And will be.
Or could be.
There's still more.
Could be
to come. I'm pretty sure of it. We forgot our list over there. We did make ourselves a list.
Just so you guys know, I wrote the list this week.
So it's not as big.
It is cryptic and tiny, and it's not easy to read and huge like page. But it's only on one piece of paper instead of 18.
Yeah.
Hey, Cara.
It's true. Yeah, so I guess we could start with the elephant, right? Or
the
not
topic
an
on
elephant.
everyone's mind?
Or
on your mind?
I think it's more on my mind because obviously if you saw either of my posts this morning, I was a little bit on a rampage. Today was a statewide strike to kind of like stand up for Black Lives Matter. It is.
Yes.
And we already saw some of like the random things kind of coming through yesterday indicating that shops were closing down. And once again, I think we said this last week, we were just like, obviously you have to get ahead of this. As let's just be honest. Hey, Christina. We're 2 white women who own a tiny shop in Gig Harbor, which is like a white town. I mean,
100%.
And we knew we were going to have to say something, and our plan was to talk more about it here, and then woke up to a post that kind of called us out. And you know, we're going to keep saying it over and over again. We don't really find staying silent or protest our lane. We want to be more active, and we can do more being open and making money. We've all been hit by this pandemic, and it just doesn't make sense to us, because we're like, how are people supposed to make money to actually help fund and do the important work, and work that can be sustainable and something that you can continue on your entire life. I mean, you guys have heard me say it over and over and over again. This has been my entire life of having these conversations. I'm sorry, but Black Lives Matter didn't start for me a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And it's going to continue on. And it's something that I started talking with both of my children at baby age, the same as I would as inappropriate touching, if we want to be honest. Like, I think it's that important, and something that we have built into our lives. And so it was a little bit like salt on a wound to be called out today. And I got a little ghetto, because...
You did not get ghetto.
I'm just saying, you can take the girl out of the ghetto, but you cannot take the ghetto out of the girl. And I just can't keep my mouth closed when it comes to this. So,
well, I think it is...
But I know I don't represent us.
Yeah, I don't want to say hurtful, because it is something different. But yeah. I would say that I feel like the takeaway I've had, at least from the last couple weeks, is like, we all can make change, but to make a change, you have to figure out what you can do, and how, like, we all do different things, and we all do different things well, right? So that's kind of like how the world works, is we all use our talents in different ways, and then we lean on these people when we need them. But so, like, we right away, and not to say we're doing it right, it's just what we believe is right for us, was to figure out, okay, what is the mission of our store shop? And our mission is to spread light and love and highlight other artists. So that's for us, it's kind of a no-brainer, because we can point what little influence that we have at this moment, and take our impact that we have and point it in places that can actually spread light and love and to those people. And then we can also, with earnings and profits that we make, we can put those to good use. So Paige and I are not bullshit. Like, we will never say something that we do not believe 100% in. And so we take our time to say stuff, I'd say, and we think about it a lot. I can speak for both of us on that. Yeah. But we don't see this as like, oh, we're gonna make a few posts and then we've done our duty and we're gonna just go back to everything as normal. No, we want to create something that lasts, so that we can take what is normal and push it in the right direction.
Absolutely. And the only thing, I would add to this is that trauma is trauma, and two traumas can exist at the same time. And the world is dealing with a pandemic, educating kids at home. It's upside down, and it doesn't take away, but how we all have to figure out how to survive in all of this. And I really don't think behind the scenes a lot of people understand, and this is not to say woe is us and cry a river or whatever. It is just, these are the facts. Businesses are pivoting. There is a lot of research, and a lot, for us anyways, it's a lot. We have spent many hours digging and thinking and really researching things. We are not going to give our money to places that could potentially cause harm for people. You guys have seen me post about that on Hushed Revelry, and
well, especially when we're
you need to be thinking now.
What we say too, because we know people look at businesses in a different way than they look at personally. So like on my personal page, if I posted anything, you can take that with a grain of salt. That's her opinion. But when we post that on our business page, we understand that people who are paying attention are gonna put that on a different level than something that we just say off the cuff personally. And so it's really important to us that we know we're gonna make mistakes. We're two white girls from a suburb. We're going to make mistakes, but
I'm not, but
She always knows
I'm not
better.
from Gig Harbor.
Thank God I get to sit with her.
I just, but
we
yes,
promise
but when
to
you
keep
look on the
showing
outside,
up.
but when you look on the outside and you don't have any idea of our history, that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And unless you're really researching, and I just hate to see any of these small businesses take another beating, because of it. It's just heartbreaking. So that's all we really wanted to say.
Yeah.
I think. I mean,
Well, and I think too, it's like, for me, there's a lot of soul searching of just like, I want to show up. I want to do the right thing. I want to help be part of a solution, and that doesn't end. Like, I want to help be part of a solution for a lot of different things, and this is really important. Where was I going? I had a good thought.
it's okay. It's been a long week.
The story of me,
Yeah.
But we're gonna. I think the point for me is like,
let me see. I
it's
can kinda
hard.
help her out here. Let me
It's
see
hard
where
to
we were.
say stuff and put yourself out there. And I would hope that we all, us, other people, everyone the human people that we talk about,
That's
that we just can extend some grace to people. Because like you just don't know where people are coming from, which is actually why we wanted to chat a little bit.
Chastising doesn't get you anywhere.
No. Thanks, Dave.
There's an old saying that's you don't catch flies with
Vinegar.
with vinegar. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying. It's just been a long week, and and the point is that we're even seeing some on the other side that's a little frustrating because we're like, oh my gosh, this is what's going to tear this movement apart and tear our country apart, because it can't just be so aggressive.
Well, and maybe ask, I think that's good. That is a good lesson in life in general, is before you just slam somebody or yell at them or whatever, maybe just ask like, hey, this is how I'm hearing it. This is what I think you're saying, but maybe could you
Clarify.
Could you explain that to me a little bit? Tell me why you think that, or clarify whatever.
Human people. You were there.
She was there.
Yes. So just know that, like, for us, we will continue amplifying Black artists. Our darling of the moment is a Black artist. His prints are still for sale. We thank you so much for all of the sales last week, and those went out today. One of the reasons why we were not going to strike today didn't help him out for us to do that. So that's kind of where we stand and why. And so then
his stuff's going to stay up on the website, and we're going to tell you more stuff about him too, because he's staying our darling for a while.
Yeah. And he's got some other projects in store that we're going to have in the shop as well. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, our wine tumbler fundraiser for domestic violence to support local shelters. We are 100 still, behind that, because I'm sorry, but racism and sexism has affected that and does daily. I've seen it with my own eyes, and we still believe in that 100%, and we'll continue going forward.
Yeah.
With that, there's just no.
They all work together.
Yep, exactly. Hey, Dawn. The little wave action there. So we just kind of wanted to update you with that information. Let's see here. What else did you write down?
My tiny little cryptic handwriting, Paige can't read because she's used to handwriting that's like that big, each letter. Mine's little. You can't see it. Thank God, it's bad.
Hi to you too.
So one thing that we were thinking, so when we think about our celebration bags each week, we try to read the moment and the audience and come up with stuff for you guys that's timely and helpful. And I think we can all agree that, can we all agree? Yeah. That everyone's tired, exhausted, like you cannot take care of other people if you haven't taken care of yourself. So, and that applies to everyone in a lot of different situations right now.
Yes, absolutely. And I say, it was so funny. It hit me the other day. I used to say that to like every patient's parents when I was in pediatric nursing. You cannot take care of your child if you are not taking care of yourself. You can't think properly. You need to sleep. You need to eat right. You need to show up with your A game.
Yep.
And I think that hit us last week. It was like, you know what? If we're not taking care of ourselves, we cannot move forward. And that is not selfish. That is just facts.
What's reality?
Yeah.
It's just like how our business has to survive to help other people.
Yeah.
If we go under with our business, then it's doing zero good. So,
And we have no platform.
yeah.
So that being
you
said,
can look for some self-care next week.
Self-care is coming next week for your... I'm not going to give anything away. I can't say anything else because I'm going away.
So we always kind of think about like, okay, we talk all the time, so we know all this stuff, but like people have questions, and sometimes with our Instagram, I was thinking this week it'd be kind of fun to chat to you guys a little bit just about our process for Instagram. So you know what is actually happening with our Instagram. So Paige and I basically take a week on and a week off. One of us will be point person and in charge for 1 week, and then the next person takes over. That's so we don't burn out.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of fun. And you guys know how I feel about Facebook, so.
I'm 100% Facebook person.
Yeah, so that's her. All the time.
But I mean, we're obviously in a partnership, and both of us have strengths and weaknesses, and we're just kind of like using those to our advantage and knowing, and we're learning too. I mean, so if you guys, I know sometimes we'll have a couple of messages that go out at the same time, and both of us are answering.
If you get that,
sorry,
it's not one person answering you twice.
So even though one person's on point, sometimes, we're talking behind the scenes, like she knows she's got meetings or I've got a session, and it's that trying to keep that communication piece up. So we kind of will overlap as well. And a lot of times, we know we're representing each other, and exactly why I didn't make the post that I made on Hush Your Revelry today on our social media, because I was mainly speaking for me. My rage or not rage. Yeah, it's just frustration. And so we definitely, just so you guys know a little behind the scenes, we're always bouncing everything off of each other. We're better together.
Always better together.
100%. Oh, we won't get emotional over here.
Well, I might. Been a week.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's
about it.
That is really about it for us this week. We feel like, I don't know.
Well, I would say too, if you guys have questions or I don't know, you want to see us bring somebody in that you think would be really cool in the shop, or we should look at something, please always let us know.
And that was the other thing. We did make a post last week in the stories kind of asking about local Black artists, creatives, business owners. Really, we got like 2 responses.
Yeah.
So please, I mean, if you run across somebody, share it, send us a DM. We have a lot of people.
Thanks, Dawn.
Oh, thank you, Dawn. You know how internally you know how you feel when you're making the post, but then you're hoping your words don't necessarily come out that harsh. So I know how I feel internally, and
they were just correct and honest, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we owe to each other is honesty. So you ask us the questions, and we will answer the questions. And hi, Jessie. And sometimes there's feeling behind those answers. So you know us.
Well, we have that ring over there that says
speak the truth even if your voice shakes.
And that's how I was behind the scenes. I was shaking mad. And
thanks, ma'am.
Hot Babes hot sauce. Okay, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
Because I have some other businesses that would go great with that, and we were thinking about trying to wholesale and create a bag that was full of that kind of stuff. So, okay, agree on. Yeah, well, thank you. I just couldn't let it go. It was one of those things.
You don't have to let it go, though.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was me letting it go.
Yeah.
I just needed to say it and go get past it and move on. So,
well, and it's fine.
Can we, because I know that so you guys, once we end the video, like all of the comments go away. And so when you see
You're
it on
see
YouTube,
my face real close
for
a second.
And then the hot sauce. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to go back a little bit.
You're helping us do our homework. Thanks, guys.
Hot Babes hot sauce. And then, what is this? Okay, perfect. and we'll write some down too. Yeah, I always forget to say that because when we were doing the live shopping one week, we both didn't realize really like all these people were telling us things that they wanted, and we were like, oh my gosh.
Who said that?
All of that went away.
All the comments went away.
Yeah, and so, yeah, like I said, we're constantly learning all of it. Hot Babes is really good.
Cool.
Kid Carpenter. There's a guy out there that does mixers, too, for, like, cocktails, and as I was thinking about you, because it could be fun to kind of team up on your all-around bartender page and maybe use...
Or dad. It's probably my dad.
Sorry. And candle for self-care. Yeah. That's not what's in the
Thanks,
bag.
Dad. That's not in the bag.
But hopefully that's your self-care, too. It's definitely mine. I love lighting a candle, and there's something so therapeutic about
vegan
that flame.
Cheesecake.
Oh, that's in Tacoma,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we've had those. Those are really good.
I think I just saw a post of theirs, too. And I'm sorry, if you have never been to... What's the Philly cheesesteak place?
In Tacoma?
In Tacoma. I know it's a Black-owned business, and it is...
Money.
Phenomenal. I know they've been closed. I don't even think they've been doing, like, curbside or anything during all of this, but maybe I should look into that and see if they're back open. Obviously, we can't put a sandwich in a bag.
Oh, thanks,
but
Don.
You guys could definitely go down. What's his product?
Is he the mixers?
Okay, that's a good idea. Reaching out. I feel like I know a lot of people nationwide, and it's just like trying to dig here locally. Like I would love to see local stuff in the bag. Just because that's what we do. I mean, not that we don't have nationwide stuff too. Mixers. Okay, I knew, because I think I saw him, I think I met him at the night market, and I just couldn't remember his name. But yeah, so it'd be fun to have some of those incorporated and maybe some cocktail boxes.
S, how do you feel about that? This is only like the 6th week I've asked about that.
I got some ideas that I've been talking to him about.
Well, maybe he could test them out on us first.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know if we're a good judge. We just like alcohol, so it's like, I don't know.
We give away all our secrets.
Straight from Philly. That's what it is. The name of it.
Writing
Yes,
it down.
Such a good, such good food.
I'll take a bag full of mixers and candles,
awesome.
please.
Yes. All right.
Us too.
We're on it. We actually have some pieces already in motion on that, and so now we just need to get everybody together because we've got some nice cocktail glasses.
Even.
What's up with the latest trend of booze bombing?
Tell us. What is that?
Are you paying attention, or did you just log in and then log out on
No, because he just waited a second ago. He must have heard me chastise him about not getting his cocktails sooner.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't. I feel like you're up on the up and up because you got like teens at home or like older kids. Like,
I have
not
never
that
even
your
heard
teens
of
should
that.
be drinking, but I feel like they always know something that we don't. So yeah, we'll give him a minute and see if he weighs in. And if not, I will figure it out. Okay. I always need something to research.
Or Christopher is going to be looking
besides
it up
being
right now.
bitter and responding in comments.
Random surprise gifts of booze and chocolates.
Okay. We'll write that down too. So yeah, I don't think that any...
Do you guys... Oh, I thought we could play a fun improv game. You guys ready? Just kidding. I had this idea. I won't make her do it, but I was thinking we could just... You guys randomly throw out topics that you want to hear Paige preach about, and we'll just judge her preaching.
She may or may not have been calling me Preacher Paige. Oh, they're boring. Okay. Oh, got it. We're going to have to look into that for sure. That'd be fun. Especially because I feel like a lot of people buy the bags for their friends too.
Yeah.
And like when they show up and we're delivering them, they're just like on the doorstep. Obviously, we can't include alcohol in our stuff, but what we would like to see is like here's everything to do it with. All you got to do is add the alcohol.
Yep. Did you hear me call you out? I totally called you out.
We were asking if you had heard of...
Because calling people out, not enough of that has happened today, by the way. Yeah, we didn't know what that was.
So, we'll figure it out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it's Friday, everybody. We hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a lot weighing on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have those emotions. Not that I need to tell you that, but I feel like it needs to be said. It's all right.
Just keep trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Kelsey.
So, Kelsey, we're going to pretty much hang up on you as soon as you joined us. We were just wrapping up. But, of course, you know, we save these. I still need to get last week's uploaded.
Well, you know,
turns out we made a, 2-hour movie.
It was a feature film with an intermission in the middle.
So, I've got to figure out how to, splice or, kind of mash everything together and get it up on YouTube and on our blog. Our vlog, I should say.
Thanks, Dad.
And then, yes, of course, I don't know how to keep my mouth closed, so I'll always be speaking out.
It's okay. It's good.
And then, so we'll save this video. And
people are probably confused because we so often spend 2 hours pontificating about things. And today we're just on off.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody's fried.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much going on in the world, and it's all good things. I definitely believe that. I think I've been more touched by seeing the entire world come together and people from other countries protesting for us, and taking down monuments. I mean, everything is just very moving and touching when you really stop to think about the depth of what's happening. And there's definitely, it is a movement that is going on, and there will be changes for sure. So it's a better world. So anyways, we thank you guys for continuing to show up, support us, listen to us ramble, and that's that. So cheers. We're gonna go finish our double fisting margaritas. We've got 4 going on over here, and decompress a little bit ourselves. So
darn,
yes,
I want to. Her cocktail posts are always so, I love them.
Well, and then I saw that she's been watching All Around Bartender too, and making some of those. I still have a list that I want to make as well. So anyways, smile back at your mom. I don't know how to do the emojis on the live. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
All right. That's that.
Bye,
Love you guys.